But first, Burkina Faso said that at least 50 women searching for wild fruit in the countryside have been abducted by Islamic extremists. The kidnappings happened over 2 days on the 12th and 13th of this month around the town of Arbinda. The community had been under a jihadi blockade for years. Earlier, I asked our regional correspondent, Sam Mednick, to tell us more about the details of the attack.
What we know is that 50 women were abducted outside the town of Arbinda in the Sahel. This is in Soum province, and the town has been under jihadi blockade for years. Locals say that the women were trying to get food for their families because the situation has become so dire in the town that people were going hungry. It's hard for these towns that are under siege to get food and goods in and out freely. It's hard for movement of people to go in and out freely. And so often these women choose to go out to venture out for wood, water, and food instead of the men because they're afraid that the men are going to be killed by jihadists. But locals that I spoke to from the town say that the scale of this abduction is shocking, and they're worried that the jihadists have now potentially adopted a new strategy.
So as you touched upon the scale is something that's really marked. The country, since 2015, has really been struggling to get a handle on this extremist insurgency. But even that being the case, 50 women being taken really does come as a surprise. Do you have any insight into why so many women were taken?
Analysts I've spoken to about this give a few potential reasons for why they might have been taken. One being that the community was warned by the jihadists not to go outside of Arbinda to get wood, firewood, and water and food, and that the women didn't listen, and that's why they were taken, according to what they say. Some of the other reasons point to the fact that Arbinda is a town seen to be supporting Burkina Faso security forces as well as volunteer fighters. These are civilians who fight alongside the army, and that there is an ethnic element to it that the town has prevented the ethnic Fulani, who are perceived as being a part of the jihadists or gravitating towards the jihadists, from entering the city. So they say that this might have been a retaliation for not letting the Fulanis enter the city. But what most people I speak to say that, regardless of what the motive was, is that these tactics that are used, they are used to pressure the government and instill fear in the population.